All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and Tormented Truth, and a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to Yoakim across the four corners of the earth, preaching his knowledge and truth and his sincerity. All right, this is just a quick news update. Just came across this article, and there's a few points in it that I just wanted to bring out. And ultimately, because this just further proves how this man is, and when I say this man, I'm talking about the so-called white man, which is Esau Edom, according to the scriptures. So when you read in the scriptures and you read about Esau Edom, that's speaking about the so-called white man today, which Esau Edom is the nation, okay? The Edomites, they're the nation that would be in rulership just before the return of the second coming of the Lord and Savior, which in the Hebrew, his true name is Yahushai. All right. Before he returns, the last heathen nation to rule in this planet Earth will be the Edomites, which are in rulership today. Look around you. Who owns everything? All right. Who's running the world? Okay. Who's your top politicians? Who's your top banking families? All right, we're talking about the house of Esau Edom, all right, which is going to be destroyed by the second coming of our Lord Yahushua. Now, getting back to the article, these Edomites, what they want to try to do is they're trying to establish a new world order, which, interestingly enough, Joe Biden just came out and said that those exact words, all right, that we need to move towards what? A new world order. So this devil is putting his final pieces in place to secure a system of control that they'll be in the power seat of, where they can enslave the entire population of the earth under their control. Because this devil wants to become a god on this planet Earth. He wants to become like a god. He wants to control every aspect of your life, and he plans to do it through digital means, through technology. And this article that I have queued up speaks towards, it shows proof of the fact that this is what this man is intending to do. This is where he's trying to corral you sheeple. This is the type of way of life that he's trying to corral the sheeple into. And you sheeple, all right? You just, mindless peons are moving directly into this system with no pushback, because a lot of you people don't have a clue about what's going on. You don't see any of this as bad and imposing upon your rights or anything. So it says state partners with Apple for digital IDs. All right. And it says government and big tech aim for seamless and secure flying experience. The state of Arizona, which that's where we're at, it says has become the first to partner with tech behemoth Apple to merge a digital driver's license and state ID with Apple's Wallet app. Users can pass through Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport with just a tap of their iPhone or Apple Watch. VP of Apple Pay and Apple Wallet Jennifer Bailey enthused in a statement released on Wednesday. You had to excuse me. I'm dealing with a cough. But it says the digital ID includes all the data found on a normal state ID or driver's license, plus detailed facial recognition scans, fingerprints, and an unspecified list of other information requested by the TSA, in quotes. It says all the user needs to do, according to Apple, is consent to provide whatever information the TSA requests using their device's Face ID or touch function. Because this devil want biometrics. He want those unique identifiers, all right, so you can store that into a database, because at the end of the day, all of this information, All right. As this devil continues to push everything digital. That's why we're seeing how what's going on in Eastern Europe with Ukraine and Russia is affecting energy prices and affecting the global supply chains and affecting the dollar, because this devil is trying to crash this economy so they can bring in a whole new system. All right. That digital system. All right. And it's going to be powered by that charagma that's written about in Revelations, the 13th chapter. Read that chapter. All right. And it talks about the charagma, Revelations 13 and 16 on down. This is where we're moving towards. You know, we're very close to that time. They're getting all of the pieces in place and this thing ready to go. It says, while the company touts the convenience of being able to whip out one's device and move through airline security with just a tap, its built-in biometric features already offer up more data than even the most advanced non-computerized driver's license. And Apple admits that the TSA nabs a photo of the user above and beyond what is needed to travel, just for verification purposes. However, the description of the authentication process also doesn't seem to include an opt-out if, say, the user doesn't want to turn over a specific piece of biometric data, but is fine with handing over the rest. The Verge asks Apple what happens to the photos the TSA takes, questioning where they're stored and for how long, and how their privacy is guaranteed. The company passed the questions along to the agency, which is not yet responding. It says it's a serious question, given that images from airport scanners have a tendency to end up where they shouldn't. The more embarrassing, the more widespread, as the controversy over nude backscatter body scanners proved over a decade ago. It says Apple boasts that the user retains control of their phone at all times rather than physical handing to the security. But given that the phone or watch communicates this digital payload touch-free, the possibility exists that other devices might be able to intercept the signal. Apple insists the data is encrypted, but the company has been caught red-handed in such security fails in the past, such as when the notorious Israeli spyware firm NSO Group was found to be able to implant its Pegasus software into any Apple device it pleased. Apple announced in September that in addition to Arizona, Connecticut, Georgia, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Oklahoma, and Utah would be among the first states to adopt the new form of credential. Wednesday's press release added Colorado, Hawaii, Mississippi, Ohio, and Puerto Rico to the list. So this thing is about to go nationwide. It says real ID documents will be required to fly domestically in the U.S. by 2023, unless the deadline is pushed back again. All right, and it says Apple also allows users to carry the digital C19, experimental medication certificates in the Apple Wallet app, and its Apple Pay app adds banking functionality. So you see how all of this is being tied together. So reading on, it says such a combination of digital ID with banking and healthcare functions bring us closer than ever before to the World Economic Forum's known traveler digital identity, a global ID system which aims to use a single card or app for banking, travel, and healthcare record keeping purposes, with a bit of social credit score keeping on the side. The system has been under test since at least 2020, when the pandemic plunged international travel into uncertainty. And they've been working on this since the crash of the pandemic. Everything shut down. And over the last few years, they've been just putting more and more pieces in place. And it's very, very close to the point where they're about to, obviously they launching this, and it's about to go live in all of these states that I just read up in this article. So they're ready to move into the system, and all they need is that event, which is probably going to end up being a cyber attack that's going to cause them to mandate the charagma. Because upon that little, that charagma, right, all of these pieces of information can be stored there. From it's a global ID system, all right, and you're not going to be able to be a part of society, buy or sell, without it. All right. And this is exactly what's prophesied by John the Revelator in Revelations, the 13th chapter. It says the World Economic Forums, which we know we've been hearing a lot about Klaus Schwab. And he's been telling us step by step everything they're looking to do to secure this new world order, and how this is a new industrial revolution, and they want to bring in their tech, and how there needs to be a global reset. He's been saying this over and over, and we're witnessing that global reset now. So you're gonna have a single card or charagma, which is what it's gonna lead to. All roads lead to the charagma for banking, travel, and healthcare record keeping purposes. All right, and it's gonna have a social credit score to go along with that, and that's where we're at. All right, and so I found that very telling as to where we are in prophecy. So that the Lord is showing that we're at the end of this thing, because this devil has been planning these things for the longest. Micah 2:1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands." So these devils, all right, have been planning in the dark, all right, and been working on this plan for many, many years. And because the Lord has given the earth into their hands, okay, they have the power in the earth right now, these plans, and they get to get, day in and day out, they spend time, money, effort into exercising their plans and putting them into play, putting them into action. And that's what we're seeing play out, because ultimately this devil wants to try to set himself up as being an omnipotent power on this planet Earth. My bad, let me go to Malachi 1. Salakia, I'll find it. I'm tripping. It's not Malachi. It's Thessalonians, but let me find it. Just bear with me. Might be the 5th chapter. Salakia, bear with me. God, this is 2 Thessalonians 2. In verse 3, it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." All right. Verse 4 says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God." So that son of perdition is talking about the so-called white man, the wicked of the Bible. All right. We go into that word perdition, and it goes into all right, because the wicked has been revealed through the mouth of the prophets. All right, through the preaching of this word, preaching of this truth. It says perdition.
Strong's G 684. Apoleia.
All right, destroying, utter destruction of vessels. All right, these are the vessels of destruction. A perishing, ruin, destruction of money, the destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell, which is, there ain't no, an eternal place where you just burn forever. But anyway, it says ruin or loss, physical or spiritual or eternal, damnable, destruction, die, perdition, pernicious ways, waste. This man is a destroyer, man. He's a vessel of destruction, the son of perdition. Now he's going to deceive the world with this technology because, as you can hear what I read in the article, everything is about convenience, making things, they're going to package this like it's an improvement to your life. It makes things easier. All right. And a lot of people going to line up and go and get it, but anybody that gets this, the Lord got a harsh destruction. He's going to destroy anybody that bows the knee to this damn white man and takes his, charagma. You can't even say the word because, YouTube will take your video down. But the Lord will destroy you, regardless of what your reason might be. But anyway, reading on, it says, verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he is as God, sitting in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's ultimately what this devil perceives that he can do, that he can accomplish through causing all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that charagma in their right hand or in their forehead, because that's what all of this is leading to. He believes that he can accomplish this where he can be like God, because through that technology, he'll be able to see, track, control everything, man, on this planet Earth. And that's the power that this devil wants, man. He already got all the money. He done all his perverseness. Now he want to control you. He want to take away the control, from the Most High, and he wants to have it all for himself. That's where this is going, and that's what this is all about. That's the pride that's inside these devils, man. And he's going to deceive. The scriptures say, let no man deceive you. The elect, and 1/3 of the nation of Israel, will not be deceived by this man. But those that the Lord don't want, that he's gonna, ultimately he wants to destroy, they will be deceived. They're not gonna find anything wrong with this. Matthew 24 says, for there shall arise false Christ. I don't even like saying that word, Hamashiachs, and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders. And so much that if it were possible, they would deceive the very elect. And it says in that scripture, if it were possible, but it's not possible to deceive the elect, because the Lord has equipped us with this truth, all right, which is like armor unto us to dodge all of the fiery darts of the wicked. And that's a blessing that we have in this time. And there's no better time to have this, as this devil is this close, okay, to making this final push to secure a new world order. And he's going to do whatever he got to do to get it, because he knows that this means the end of his kingdom. If he can't accomplish this, and then he's going to lose it all. So this devil's getting ready to come down with great wrath, pursuant to Revelations 12:12. He's going to show his horns, do whatever he got to do to try to extend his life, extend his rulership, But that's just pride, because the Lord has already told us that bounds. The Lord has already set bounds for this devil and his rulership. Job 14:5, it says, seeing his days are determined. The Lord already determined the days that the so-called white man will be allowed to be in rulership. It says the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So once Esau Edom hit that minute mark, that second mark, that the Lord said, all right, his rulership is done. He's not going to be able to extend that another second. So no matter what type of push he makes towards securing this new world order, it's only going to go so far. And even if, it start to look like he's really about to finalize this thing, Job, the 20th chapter, say that right when he's about to fill his belly, that the Lord is going to, cast him down while he is eating. So there ain't nowhere and no way that this devil can wiggle his way out of the judgment that's already set by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But he's going to continue to push and make his moves, like what we see and what we read here in this article, to try to secure Salakia, try to secure and accomplish his ultimate goals, man, his new world order. So I just saw that article, wanted to speak on it, bring it out, bring out a few precepts. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Go ahead and close it out and say, call Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace to the hopeful elect. Shalom.